Hello, superhero fans, comic geeks, and all the nerds in between. Welcome to a brand new episode of Vigilante Vibes podcast, where I give you all the Marvel news, theories, discussions, without the toxicity that's become so big in all the fandoms. I'm your host, Megan Nicole, and today I'm joined by a very, very special guest. If you're in my non-toxic nerd culture group, the Nerd Haven on Facebook, then you've probably already pretty familiar with one of the sweetest people who's actually a moderator of the group and probably one of the biggest Scarlet Witch fanatics I've ever seen. Introducing the beautiful Kayla.
Hi, everybody. So good to be here.
So excited
So
that you're here.
exciting.
I feel like we talked about you coming on for probably a year or so now.
Yeah,
But then,
for a long time. So,
yeah, and that was before when guests weren't really coming on for one reason or another, but I'm not here to be shady. But I'm excited you're here. I love you. You are the sweetest person. You are the
same.
quickest person to all of the news. And with the news that's come out, I was like, what better person to go over all of this stuff except Kayla?
Yes, I can't wait to dive deep into everything that we've been getting. It's going to be a very exciting year.
Big big year coming up for Marvel fans, especially 2025. We are going to be
Yes.
very very busy in the Nerd Haven and on Vigilante Vibes. And if you guys have not checked out the Nerd Haven on Facebook, definitely check it out. It is a group made of 55,000 people who are just non-toxic nerds who just want to vibe in the fandoms. And it's not to toot our own horns here, but it's easily the best group on Facebook.
Yes. Yes, it is. Very non-toxic.
Very much so. And it's very, very well moderated. So we're
Yes.
always in there.
Mm.
So, getting us started with our first little bit of news, Disney Plus released an updated MCU chronological timeline, adding Deadpool and Wolverine after the Marvels, but before Agatha All Along.
Wow.
I
That's
was
interesting.
It is. It's a very. I still cannot quite wrap my head around it. I know it's after the Marvels, but it's before Agatha. And I was trying to figure out where Agatha fits in and everything. And the Marvels kind of throws
Yeah.
me off all the time. So I guess that's when it happened. But, does it matter, though? Because Deadpool and Wolverine didn't have much to do with the MCU.
Right. It was like, they did their little multiverse thing with, bringing all the Fox people in, but like that is strange. I'm not sure.
I mean, Marvel said so. So I'm going to say,
Right.
okay, Marvel. I'll back you guys up on this one.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
So, shout out to MCU Portal for this find. And that's also another content creator that if you guys haven't checked out, definitely check him out. MCU Portal is top notch. He found
Oh yeah.
out Ryan Reynolds says he's committed to returning for a Gambit movie with Channing Tatum. He says, when he makes a Gambit movie, I'll return the favor. If he needs a Deadpool, I can do that. Someone to provide fresh orange slices to the crew, no problem. Name it. And this was confirmed by Ryan Reynolds himself because he shared MCU Portal's post in his Instagram stories with the caption, True Story.
Wow, that's exciting.
There's a lot to unpack there because, what do you know that we don't? What do you mean a Gambit movie?
Right.
What do you mean when he makes a Gambit movie?
I'm telling you, I think that's the direction they're gonna go in after we're done with Secret Wars. I would love to see him again as Gambit, and that gives me hope that they're starting to get their cast together for the X-Men. So
So you
I
liked him
don't
as
know.
so you liked him as Gambit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Maybe a little work on the accent a little bit. But besides that, I think he did pretty good. I wouldn't
I've
mind
heard
seeing him again.
I've heard his Cajun accent before, quite a few times. He's always been
Hmm.
about it, but
Yeah.
he's always done it very very authentically, and I feel like he went into this movie trying to make it into a spoof, I guess, of Gambit. And I think
Hmm.
that was just the exact wrong direction. I really love him as
Yeah.
Gambit. I do kind of think his time has passed as Gambit.
Yeah.
It,
Maybe it should have happened all those years ago instead of now. But I get what you're saying. He's kind of like not. I want him to be more serious as Gambit.
mm-hmm.
That's just what I don't know. Just from X Men '97, he just seems serious. So
Yeah.
I that kind of he kind of lacked that. So I mean, who would you like to see if not him in the role of Gambit?
I would really like to see Austin Butler give it a try. I when I look at a an actor for Gambit, I always look at the jawline because like it has to work with the mask. That's all
Yeah,
I want, and I think Austin Butler would absolutely kill it. He's the right age, he's got the range, and he's so hot. So why wouldn't you
yes
go
he
that way?
is. Yes, he is. I mean, I could see it. I could definitely see it. Like I could just picture it in my head
Yeah,
already.
it's the obvious choice, Marvel. Just do it, you cowards. Just go for it.
Honestly, give us
So,
what we want.
seriously. So, moving on, Ryan Reynolds also confirms that Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider and Ben Affleck's Daredevil were originally planned to be in Deadpool and Wolverine in the early drafts. He says, "We did talk to Nick Cage. We tried to get him, but he was a no-go. I would have loved him."
Me too.
So,
I
it's
heard the rumors about, Ben Affleck's Daredevil, and
mhm.
then, a couple months it was like, nope, it's not happening. But the Nicolas Cage, I had no idea about that.
Yeah. Daredevil was he was rumored to be in it, and then they said Elektra's coming back, and everyone, including me, was like, "Oh, he's coming back. He's in it."
Yeah.
But then no. It's it's very very interesting about Nick Cage because it's like Ryan gave us so little to work with in that. I'm like, who said no? Did Nick say no?
Right?
Does he
Yeah.
not want to be affiliated with Ghost Rider after I
Hmm.
love the first Ghost Rider movie, but
Yes.
gets pretty bad. So
Honestly, I probably really have no even like don't even remember the second Ghost Rider movie. But the first one was really good.
yeah, I think so.
First one was
Just
great.
be happy you don't remember that second one because like the
Yeah.
only reason I watch it is because I have so much nostalgia for it. And I
Hmm.
know how bad it is, but I still get a joy watching it just for that one factor. But it's so bad. So, moving on, Marvel finally dropped a trailer for What If Season 3, the final season. It was fantastic. If you guys want to see my live reaction, peep the YouTube, it is there. But, anyways, What If Season 3 premieres on Disney Plus December 22nd and a new episode daily for 8 days.
Yes. I can't wait.
I can't either. I'm not really into the whole episode a day thing because it's like that's one
Hmm.
more thing I have to do every day. I want to binge
Yeah.
it. But oh, come on.
It's I want to know what the titles are going to be for each episode like today. Like I need to know.
Well, they nope, never mind. That was Marvel Zombies. Whoops.
Oh yeah, I did see
Yeah.
that. Yep.
So some breaking news that came out today, like an hour before we sat down to record. The main cast for Marvel Zombies has been officially revealed. Iman Vellani, Miss Marvel, David Harbour, Red Guardian, Simulu, Elizabeth Olsen, who we all know is the Scarlet Witch, Randall Park is Jimmy Woo, Florence Pugh, Yelena, Haley Steinfeld, which threw me off, Kate
Yeah,
Bishop.
but it's like we need her.
I
I've been
know.
waiting. I miss her. Like
Same. Dominique Thorne, who is Riri Williams, which I saw that and was like, no way.
yeah, for Marvel Zombies.
Yeah. And
Wow.
then And then last but not least, Todd Williams. Who is
Wait,
who's like, who's Todd? I'm sorry. I know he's from the Vampire Diaries, but like who is Todd Williams?
like he's reprising, like voicing his character. Who's his character?
I don't know. I don't know, Kayla. I don't know. Like what is Oh my god. I feel like the answer is so simple, but I just don't know.
It's crazy because I swear I just read the list like right before we sat down, and yeah, it's blanking. I don't know.
You know who I bet Todd Williams is gonna be? Is Blade.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah, because sometimes they all can't, get some of them to come back to voice
Yeah.
their character, so they get other people, and that could be the reason why we have no idea who that is.
Yeah. Because I believe it was confirmed Blade was in. I think it is. Yes, it was a Moon Knight Blade mashup. So I think he might be Blade because there is no way Mahershala Ali would do it because I don't think Marvel wants to work with him. I really don't. That's not confirmed. That's just my speculation.
Yeah, I mean, the way the movie's been pushed back, delayed, not happening, delayed again. Yeah, I don't really have hope for that anymore, but hey, we'll see.
Yeah, they said it's delayed indefinitely, and it's like just cancel it. It's fine.
Just yeah, just let it go.
We all
Just
know you're gonna
let
silently
it go.
cancel it.
Yeah.
Come back to it when you're ready. You're not ready yet. That is Do
Right.
not force this movie. I will never forgive you, people.
Yeah. Just let it marinate a little bit more.
Exactly. That's what I said. All right. So, Kevin
Great minds.
Feige teases a return from Elizabeth Olsen's Wanda Maximoff, saying, "We just had Agatha all along on Disney Plus, and that was great for us. I can only say that we are excited, bless you, to find out when and how the Scarlet Witch can return." And I was
Oh,
like,
bless you.
Kayla, this is
I
news for
know, and
you.
I'm delusional. I'm delusional for her. Him saying that, she's coming back. That's it. Like she's here, she's coming back. All those people that said she was dead, this one's for you. Like
Well, to be fair, I do think she died,
yeah,
but
I do too, but it's
I think
like
a variant of her. We saw variants of her. I don't know why everyone forgets that part. Like, oh, she's dead. She's
yeah,
not coming back. How many Scarlet Witches have we seen?
that is true.
We just saw her son come to life.
Mm-hmm. Or oh, that's my cat in my window.
Oh, you can't see it.
Or
You can't see it.
I would say, or she somehow is gonna bring herself back to life.
Or Billy does.
Or how do you say his name? Clethon? What if he was like, oh, you destroyed the temple and the Darkhold? Well, now I'm snatching you up and now I'm keeping you prisoner for however long.
There's that. Yeah.
And she escapes. Or Mephisto. Is that how you say it?
Mephisto. Yeah. That's one of those names I had trouble with because I'd only read it. And if I heard it out
Mm-hmm.
loud, I didn't realize I had before. So I was like, Mephisto? I guess it's just up for interpretation of how you want to say it. But
Right.
I think they might use Billy to get her back, which
Yeah.
would take a lot of growth for him as a character because he thinks she is just the worst right now.
Yeah. Like I was so upset when he was like, I already have a mom. Excuse me, sir?
Well, in
Like,
his defense, he doesn't remember his thoughts well, no, he does not remember his time with Wanda, and all he
yeah.
knows is what he's researched so on the internet. And in the
Yeah.
MCU, they've never made her she's always been a villain in that world, so anything he's looked up, it's
It's
just like the
bad.
worst stuff. Yeah. And
Yeah.
in his mind, he does have one mom, the mom who birthed the body he's in, the one who
Hmm.
he's had to pretend was his real mom for years
Right.
now. So I guess he's like, I've been through enough. I'll just settle for the one I have.
Right. Like, yeah, I'll just keep the one I have. I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah,
Which
that
I get.
totally. But I think we all kind of knew she was coming back when Elizabeth Olsen spoke out last week or the week before when she said in Marvel, Kevin Feige asks, "What do you want to do with your character?" And then he does it. And she said, "And I want
Hmm.
to come back." So,
Yeah. That's why she was like, yeah, and I don't even want to tell you what I want him to do with the character because he listens. So she would probably be giving something away. So
yeah, true. I feel like Elizabeth was like, "I want her to destroy the world." I feel like she's that bitch.
I mean, she can. She
It's
can
true.
do it. I'm like, she can do it.
She
But I
can.
don't know. The day they get to reunite her and Billy, I'm gonna be sobbing. Like it's
I want
gonna be happy tears.
everyone is like, oh, I hope it's just nice and it's just a sweet thing. I was like, I want it to damage me emotionally.
Yes.
Like, I want to feel it for years. I want trauma. That's what I want from that.
Yeah. Like
So,
I want that scene like literally from that comic book in the MCU.
yes.
I want that exact scene. Like
West Coast Avengers, yeah. Yeah,
mhm.
same. But so, uh Marvel released a new poster for Captain America Brave New World that pays homage to the cover of Captain America number 230 from 1979 that involves Captain America's shield being punched by the Hulk. I didn't realize it when I saw it, but I think I saw a meme of it and I was like, "Oh my god, that is the same one, isn't it?" I really love that they did that.
Yeah, me too. I'm just I'm excited for that movie. Like it's that trailer alone is just I don't know, just it's like set the bar. Like it's really giving Captain America Winter Soldier. Like it just is. And that's one of my favorite Captain America movies. So
Oh, the espionage vibes throughout that whole movie are just top notch. And I feel like Red Hulk and Captain America are the characters to go in that direction with. I'm really excited. I'm just nervous by how many Hulk centered characters they have coming back. I want it to be a
yeah.
Captain America movie. I don't want it to be
Yeah.
this is their loophole because they're not allowed to make a Hulk movie. That they're like, oh, we'll just make this a mostly Hulk movie.
Yeah, I can see that
Yeah.
really cuz and it's crazy because they showed us like the big reveal. I don't know. Maybe I thought that we would have to wait till the movie came out, but it's like it seems like that's what's going to be happening. He's going to be fighting the Hulk, and I don't know. I just wanted. This is his movie, you know. He finally got his own movie. Anthony Mackie, like, we could just throw in a little bit of the Hulk. Don't have to make it the whole thing, but we'll see.
True. We do have the leader in there too, so I'm curious how he's
Oh,
going to, uh, I guess, intertwine himself in whatever's going on there. There's so many characters in that movie. I think like what would kind of set my mind at ease is if I knew the runtime for it, because that's a lot of characters.
yeah.
That's a lot of stuff happening.
Isn't it the Serpent Society in there too, or something like that?
Yes, yes, I believe so. There was I think because
Hmm.
there's been so many back and forth rumors that
Actually,
they took him out. But like,
yeah, and yeah, there was this girl in the trailer too. She was wearing like regular, human clothes, not like a costume or a suit, but she was like really like fighting, really good. And I was like, who is that? Like I didn't know who she was. She didn't look familiar. So
it's
I'm curious to see who that is.
she's I believe she's Sabra. Um,
Okay.
an interesting character, an interesting choice to put in the movie. I guess, as this time. Uh, it's it's a lot. There's a lot of deep cuts. It feels like, and I feel like there's gonna be even more. And I'm super into that, but I'm also super nervous that they're gonna do too much here. Just
Yeah,
just let Anthony Mackie be the star. That's all I ask, and I am good.
really. He just I love him. Everything about every time I see a video of him, he just cracks me up. So like I want him to like just this is his movie, you know. But now that you mentioned, there are a lot of characters that they I don't know. You're making me nervous now.
This is what we do. We got to theorize and like we got to look at every situation here and look at it from every perspective because like I didn't do that with Secret Invasion and I came out pissed like
Yeah.
6 to 7 weeks of me following this stupid show that every week if anyone watches those episodes from when I and someone else, a former someone else, review each episode, you just see our happiness die a little bit
With
more
each
every
episode.
time. You see us like,
Oh my
what's it?
god.
We start off like, we're so excited. I can't believe it's here. So much is happening. I think there's so many things happening in the background that we don't see. And then like every week's like, it was good. It's getting there. Something's going to happen. And then nothing
Mhm.
happens. And at the end, we're like, just flipping tables. Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, because at the end, like that last episode, like how? Like this doesn't even make sense.
Wasn't it the shortest episode? Is that, or am I remembering wrong? I haven't watched it again. I'm
It
not
might have been because it
ready.
felt like everything happened so fast. Like so fast. One minute, Nick Fury was talking to the guy, and then the next minute, uh, what's her name? I forgot her name. Gaia. She's in the air fighting the guy. Like everything happened so fast, and just her having everyone's power. That really like that was like the cherry on top
It
of
was the
disappointment.
arm.
Because like I just that arm.
And like, what's wild is like, she gets everyone's power and she's just like, I know exactly how to use all of these powers right off the bat. And it's like, but like, that doesn't make sense. I'm so
It
mad they
doesn't.
wasted Amelia Clark for that. I am so pissed about that. Jack Schaefer teases the return of Agatha's ghost in the MCU. She says, I still feel that like there's a lot more road to explore with Agatha as a ghost. Get ready.
She's gonna be the she's gonna be the ghost that trains Billy.
Yeah, that's what it's shaping up to be. So I guess
Yeah,
wherever we see Billy, we'll see Agatha.
that is true. Honestly, they're probably just gonna wait until Wanda brings her back to life or something. They just have to give it time for Wanda to actually come back herself. So
I am curious how they're gonna do all of that. I'm curious if I want to see Wanda see Agatha again. That's what I
me
want.
too.
I need to
Yeah.
see like think how pissed she's gonna be when she comes back to life and she's like, Agatha was babysitting my son this whole time.
Yeah. That's gonna be a crazy reunion. They're
It's
gonna be like playing tug of war over Billy.
Oh my gosh, yes. And then, meanwhile, Billy's like, "You're not my mom," and he's like, "I still don't trust you, Agatha." And it's just, I'm so here for the drama. And meanwhile, Tommy's just out there stepping out of a pool after he just drowned, and he's
Yeah.
confused.
I actually that scene I was not expecting them to give it to us, but I was like, oh, they knew what they were doing. They made sure to like blur it out, not show faces. But I was surprised. Oh, but yeah, poor Tommy. He's just out there. No one. Nobody.
It's yeah, that scene had no right to go as hard as it did, and that ended up being one of my favorite scenes because it was so creatively done. And You know, that's a pretty big thing to put in a Marvel show because that can be really triggering, but it was so well handled. I found the whole entire trial of that episode was just beautiful.
Yes, it really was.
It was.
Shocking too. Didn't think we were going to get something like that, but like I said, that show's a 10 out of 10 all around.
It's true. I'm interested to see where Jennifer Kale goes down the road because it's like she just kind of fucked off. Like she just left and that was it.
Yeah. She's like, well, I got my powers back. I'm out.
Yeah, right? She was like, all right, I've had enough. So, our next one Deadpool and Wolverine has been nominated for Best Compilation Soundtrack for Visual Media. And I would say that is so well deserved.
Yes. So they
I
better be winning more than that.
agreed. I've had Like a Prayer stuck in my head for months now.
Yeah, same. It's actually on my playlist, so
Oh, it's on mine too. And like every time I scroll through Reels, I always, if any single video that's using that song, I'm gonna watch you. Like, I don't care
yeah,
what's on it. I just want to hear it.
same.
So, Brad Winderbaum, who has been so talkative this week, God bless you. He's the lead, the he's the head guy of Marvel's TV and animation. Was asked which of the Marvel shows, Moon Knight, Hawkeye, She Hulk, or Miss Marvel, will get a season two. And he responded, I can't answer that. I mean, I would want to see a season two for all of them. So he gave absolutely nothing. We got no information from it, and still somehow this classified as breaking news. So,
Just because they mention a season two of any of those shows, it's breaking news.
yeah. And it's, I keep going back and forth that I'm like, all right, so you guys have no plans to give season two to any of those. That's what I took from that.
Yeah, but I at least thought Miss Marvel was definitely like eyeing up to get a season two. But that could have been just a rumor I read somewhere. But
See,
what about Moon Knight?
Moon Knight needs a season two. They're like, if they're
Yes,
not
the
going to put
way
him
it
in a movie,
ended.
yeah, because he's heavily rumored. No, it wasn't even rumored. It was a director that said he's going to be in, I think it was like King Dynasty, but now that's not happening. So I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah.
But I always think like once the character goes into into a movie, like they're pretty much done with them putting him in a show. So Miss Marvel, I was like,
hmm
she's big time now. She's not in the shows anymore. That's what I
Yeah.
assume. But She Hulk, she's not getting a season two. Like, let's just
No,
all,
she's not. I mean, I enjoyed the show, but I know it's not happening.
yeah, I liked the show. It was the most comic accurate show they've had, and I really appreciate that.
hmm
But then Hawkeye, I don't see that being a season two either, especially since they had Miss Marvel go and Nick Fury, Kate Bishop at the end of the Marvels.
Yeah.
So I didn't think she's getting a season two. Unless they do a whole Young Avengers show. That I feel like that's what they should be doing.
Yeah. I mean, they already got a decent team already. I think that that's something they should think about doing.
Yeah,
So,
I think that would be the best way to go for Young Avengers. Just it's gonna be one of those things that no one asked for this, and we all know it's coming, and just make it a series, at least into make it a series of them forming the Young Avengers. Then
yeah,
make a
that's what I was
movie.
gonna say. Yeah. I think that
But
would be a lot better. Just, see them trying to get to, work, start to be able to work as a team, get to know one another. Just maybe other people are hesitant to even join the team. So they gotta, I think actually I'd be very interested in that.
yeah, right? And like imagine them just doing Young Avengers and you have freaking Agatha's ghost pissing them all off. Um
She's like the nanny, just living in their little Young Avenger Tower as a ghost floating
True.
around.
Just, oh, Miss Marvel will hate her. So Brad's been pretty vocal this whole week, and he also said that Daredevil, he could see that going on for quite a few seasons, which is beautiful news. Stick to that energy and don't stray away from it. But he also said John Bernthal's Punisher, Frank Castle, does have a future in the MCU, and it's not just a one-off for Daredevil.
So
So
he might get a show.
might get a movie, show.
Yeah.
He might be in a movie. He might show up in someone. I don't know what movie he'd show up in though. He's not a Secret
And I
Wars
was just
kind
gonna
of
say,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
I could see a Midnight Suns movie though. I could see him showing up in that.
I almost want
Yeah.
to say Thunderbolts, but I feel like that's already too close. It's gonna happen. It's coming out real soon. But they already have a big bad in there, so
I see. I
and they
think
already have their team formed. But what?
I
I
don't
don't know. I just feel like there's people missing from that team for some reason. Like,
Thunderbolts.
yeah,
I think it's
I
because
just feel like
I feel like it's because I
someone
keep
else should be on that
forgetting.
team.
I feel like I keep forgetting who's on that team, and that's why. Because like I'll go all day, and then it'll just hit me, and I'm like, oh shoot, Ghost is on that team. I forgot. like, like Taskmaster, forgot,
Right?
completely forgot. I feel like because there's so much focus on Yelena, Bucky, and Red Guardian, and Agent, U.S. Agent. Oh my God,
Yeah.
John Walker.
U.S. agent. Yeah. There you
So
go.
yeah, yeah. So I feel like Red Guardian's gonna die. I don't know why. I have a feeling in my stomach that it's gonna be Ghost or Taskmaster or Red Guardian. I think Bucky's gonna retire, whatever that means, and because he's a senator now in the movie, and it's a choice. Yelena,
Yeah.
the first thing we saw about this movie in the trailers was Yelena going to her dad's house and saying that she has only been focusing on killing folks. And I was like, they're showing an emotional connection already with Yelena to Red Guardian. He's done. He's done, son.
Yeah. I don't for some reason I just feel like it could be him too, and maybe Ghost and I don't, but because this like we only seen both of those. I mean, we've seen all three in only one movie so far as a villain. But I honestly would like to see like why is Ghost still a villain? Like, or back that up, or the scene when they were all in the room and Yelena was going at it with John Walker about something. He tried to shoot her. What was going on in that scene? Because it's like it was more later in the trailer, but I feel like that's going to be like the beginning of the movie. Is
I
that
think
scene when they're all in
that's
that room?
I think that's going to be when they first see each other. I think Val tricked them all to be there, and
Yeah.
she's like, "Hey, I need you to kill Yelena. I need you to kill this person." And they're like, "I'm gonna mess these people up." And then they get there
Hmm.
and they're like, "Why are you all here?" And then she's like, "I gathered you all here today for a mission." And they're like, "Why? Who are you? Why are you that? Why?" And there's Bob
I
Sentry. Like that. How do you make? How does Marvel go and make Sentry the joke of each 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 part of Thunderbolts? Like that's so disrespectful.
no, really. It's like okay, Bob, for
Yeah.
now.
Good God. So that was the news for the week. What was your favorite part of the of what we've heard so far?
Oh man, I'm gonna say the Agatha all along. I'm happy about that. only because so many people didn't want it. It's kind of like ha in your face, like it's doing great, like it did great, everybody loves it.
That's
It
fair.
just the what if trailer. Like I said, I want to know the title of each episode like today, right now, especially with Shang-Chi and Kate with
Hmm.
their little cowboy hats on. I can't wait to see that one. But Storm, the ending of that trailer, Storm coming in like that, man, I can't wait. And we get it next month. So it's not really a
True.
big wait.
True. I feel like next month it's already shaping up to be a big one. So you guys come back
Yeah.
here so we can talk about everything that comes out. Kayla, thank you for showing up today. Thank you for being on the podcast. I'm so excited you're finally on it. Where can our listeners find you?
Well, I am part of the greatest group on Facebook, the Nerd Haven. You can find me on there. I'm a mod for that group, and it's very non-toxic. Come on in. We always want new people, so you
Yes.
catch me on there.
Yes. And that does it for this episode of Vigilante Vibes. Huge thank you to Kayla for joining me on this episode, and please come back
Bye, sure.
anytime. You can
Of
find
course, absolutely.
Yes. You can find Vigilante Vibes on every listening platform, including YouTube, just by searching the name. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening to me. If you're a comic fan like myself, check out all the comic reviews you could ever want on nerdinitiative.com and go check out my reviews because I may be biased, but I think they're really good. As always,
Really
thank
good.
you. No, thanks. As always, thank you to my listeners for your constant support in creating a safe space that's toxicity free. Not all heroes wear capes, but they sure do look like each and every one of you. Have a marvelous day.